Okay, for more on this, we're now joined by Maleeka Thomas. She is the president of the University of Lethbridge Student Union and an international student from Jamaica. And she joins us live from Lethbridge, Alberta. Welcome to the program, Maleeka.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. And thanks for your time tonight. Let's talk about this. Previously, 40 hours. This was pandemic-era policy, allowing everybody to take part in the labor force to help ease the labor shortage. Are you surprised to see it's now been reversed and it's brought back down to 24?
Yeah, absolutely. I am really surprised. I believe that through advocacy with the federal government, I was expecting at least 30 hours. 24 hours, the reality is really not enough for us as international students with the affordability and tuition and living costs. It's not enough. So I was really surprised to see that massive shift from 40 to 20 hours, 24 hours.
What we heard from the Immigration Minister is that this should be about learning and not working. But I think what I'm hearing from you is that you need to work to be able to afford to learn.
Yeah, both domestic and international students need to work in order to support them ourselves through post-secondary academic journey, especially consider the elevated cost of living for international students, even the tuition cost that we have to pay. I know from like a common response is that, oh, we're talking about our education and our studies. However, it shows, research shows that approximately 63% of international students earn an average of A- throughout our academic journey over the past year, and approximately 66% of us are working during the school year.
Talk to me about what that looks like for you. I mean, you're the president of the student union. You must be pretty busy with that, pretty busy with your school as well. Do you also work outside of or off of campus?
Currently, I don't work off campus, but I did in the last 2 years, and I had to take full-time employment in order to afford my cost of living. Rent was extremely high, so was groceries for me as a student, but also as an international student. I think the cost of living is on a rise in Alberta, and approximately 7,000 international students are currently working full-time. So we're definitely taking a hit when it comes on to like how much we're making in terms of working.
Do you have any thoughts as to what might be behind this? Do you think they haven't given enough thought to it?
Yeah, I think considering what students are facing currently, especially with the reduce with the international cap, I believe that much thought wasn't really given into this decision that was made by the federal government. And we continue to advocate for students and for international students because employee income is the only way most of us know how to or depend on paying for our schooling and for our expenses. So I definitely think that it wasn't taken into consideration. The socioeconomic backgrounds wasn't taken into consideration when deciding this number.
What do you think it's going to do, perhaps, to the number of those who might have applied to become international students to Canada when they learn that when they get here, they won't be able to work perhaps as much as they would have needed to afford it? Are we going to see as many applications as a result of this?
I don't believe so. I think it's going to deter a lot of students from applying to universities in Canada. I think a lot of students did depend or rely heavily upon working more than 24 hours in order to pay for their schooling. So I think it's going to definitely take a hit and limit international students' ability to apply for schooling here or to think about attending schooling here, because they also have to think about their cost of living. And with the increase of the cost of living that the government set, the limit that they have to prove that they have in order to study here has definitely play a big role into that as well. So I think a lot of students coming from overseas won't necessarily look to Canada anymore for schooling.
Maleeka Thomas, president of the University of Lethbridge Student Union, and as well as student in Lethbridge and an international student from Jamaica. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.